Hello everyone, it's me, Anthony Couch, a guitarist on YouTube. The sun is out. I'm no longer having to wear jumpers for my videos. I'm wearing not just any shirt, this is the yellow shirt. That is my favourite shirt because I tell everyone that this shirt cost me under £2. I tell everyone that with my nice 1970s collars. Anyway, today is all about Joe Satriani, a guitarist who requires absolutely zero introduction, even though I just did. And it's about a lick that he plays. One of the trickiest, toughest licks, I think, technically speaking, that he plays. Of course, I'm talking about this lick from Mystical Potato Head Groove Thing. And this actually came to me as a request from a subscriber, very good subscriber, always comments on my videos, Pyratooth NL. An idea for a transition. How about that wibbly bit on Joe Satriani's Mystical Potato Head Groove Thing and why that works. The Flying in a Blue Dream album was my first experience with Joe, and this being the second track on the album, I remember thinking, what on earth was that? It should be a lot easier for you than this one. And when Pyratooth is saying this one, they're referring to when I attempted analysing a Marty Friedman lick that I just talked myself around in circles for about 11 minutes. But anyway, this one is simpler in terms of music theory. It's quite straightforward. A lot to learn from it, two main things to learn from it, but the technique of it is tough. I managed it a long time ago when I did the top 10 times Joe Satriani blew my mind. I got it just very sloppy, but I managed it there. But today isn't about that. Today's about analysing it, analysing favourite licks and solos so we can steal them. But before I get on to analysing this, I want to know down there, the obvious question is, what's your favourite Joe Satriani song? You can answer that if you want, but mainly I want to know, down in them comments, have you ever seen Joe Satriani live? I've not. I've seen loads of bands live, but never Joe Satriani. I really wish that I could, and I do aim to one day. But have you? Let me know down there. As you know, if you follow my videos, I like to analyse the chords, the stuff underneath first. It's essential. And what is going on underneath here? Well, there's a 4-chord chord progression, but 2 of them doesn't matter. You'll see what I mean in a minute, because the chord progression underneath is and repeat. There's an E power chord in there, filling in the gaps, but mainly let's switch this now. I'm not going to refer to that E minor chord now. We're only needing to talk about 2 chords, B minor and D major. Why am I saying B minor and D major when these are power chords? Power chords are ambiguous by nature. They don't have a third in them. They don't have a major third. They don't have a minor third. So why am I saying B minor and D major? Well, it's the notes that Joe Satriani is playing over the top of them. Let's get into a bit more detail. That lick, oh my knob's fallen off. It always falls off this guitar. I hate it. Let me just put my knob back on. Okay, there we go. The knob is on. Right, I'm going to play this lick, not up to speed, because we wouldn't gain anything from watching me stumble over this. I'm going to play it a bit slower. That's what he plays over that first B minor chord. The reason why this lick stands out, first of all, is because it looks cool when he plays it. That aside, the tapping nature of it means that rather than being picked, it's got a different timbre. Timbre. I hate saying that word. I never feel like I'm pronouncing it right. It's got a different feel. But the notes themselves, this lick shows us 2 things that Joe Satriani is doing. First of all, he's extending the chord. Those notes that he's playing over just B and F sharp, a B5 chord or a B power chord, however you want to word it. He's playing B, F sharp, C sharp, D, A and E. the chord of B minor only consists of 3 notes, B, D and F sharp, but he's playing all those different notes. Let's switch to referring to these as the formula names. So we've got the root, B, the 5th, the 9th, the minor 3rd, the minor 7th and the 11th. Okay, put all those in the right order and you end up with a B minor 11 chord. The spelling of a B minor 11 chord is is root, minor 3rd, 5th, minor 7th, 9th, 11th. So you go from root to 11th with everything along the way. You can omit some notes, you don't have to play all of them along the way, but he's choosing to with this arpeggio shape, which is essentially what this is. It's an arpeggio. So what I take from this is, if you know what key you're in and you know what the quality of the chord is in the context of the overall key, you can push the arpeggios like Joe Satriani did in this song over that one chord. If there's a B chord, a B power chord, that's just B and F sharp. Of course, you don't have to just play B and F sharp. You get some nice effects from that. That would be a nice lick if you work that in somehow. But you can make it minor. Oh dear. But then what Joe is saying with this lick is, why stop there? Let's add the 9th. Don't know what that was, but I liked it. And then he said, why stop there? Let's add the 11th. So he's not only has he got these notes, he then goes on further in this like 3-second snippet of music to do it in an inventive way, using a technique that looks cool. Let's be honest, that matters when you're a showman, showwoman, showgirl. to just be flashy. Shred is flashy, but then to give it a different, unique sound. I mean, even Hyrotooth, what did you call it? You didn't just set that lick at 1 minute, blah de blah. You said the wibbly bit, and it sounds wibbly. It sounds wibblier than any other technique. What does he do over that second chord that I've said is D major? Okay, here we go. Stabilizers on. That's as clean and fast as you're getting it from me today. Do you know what that is? That's the exact same. He's playing the exact same. He's playing the notes D, A, E, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Okay, which sounds completely different group of notes than when I said what they were, but let's refer back to the formula of those notes. Of the first one, the B minor one, where I said it was, what did I say? Listen, I've got this written down, I'm not going to pretend. I've got this written down just to keep it all fresh. I said it was root, 5th, 9th, 3rd, 7th, 11th. Some of those are minor, but I'll just keep them as that, the chord tones. In the case of D, you end up with the exact same. Root, 5th, 9th, 3rd, only this time it's the major 3rd, because you're in over a major chord. 3rd, minor 7th, 11th. With an interchanged note there from the 11th to the major 3rd. This is the best thing. This is the best thing about analysing all this stuff, is you see the simplicity of it. Hopefully I'm not making it overcomplicated. That's not my job. I'm hoping to not get you to just learn licks, but to analyse licks. And it's that step-by-step process, isn't it? You analyse the chords that are underneath, then you analyse what's going on over the top. 9 times out of 10, it's highlighting the chords that it's being played over, which our job as guitarists and as shredders, it's tough. It's tough. We have countless ways that we could begin a solo or do a solo. So any way that we can make it simplified, that's what we need. So to listen to the greats it's reassuring when we listen to someone like Joe Satriani and see that he's doing a lot with a little. You don't have to think really outside the box. Save that for when you're doing chromatic stuff or weird sweeps or taps or just something that's a bit weird, where it doesn't really matter what you're playing. It's about the excitement that you're creating and the tension. But then when you want a foundation, a strong foundation, think of the chord that you're over and push as much as you can. Extend the chord and play the notes in a unique way. Joe got there with this. I don't know if he's the first one to do it, but when I think of that technique, I definitely think of Joe Satriani. Anyway, I could literally go on for hours and hours because I'm so passionate about this kind of stuff. I hope you are too, and I hope that you go on to analyse other licks in a similar fashion. Anyway, let me know down there. Have you seen Joe Satriani live? What was it like? I have been Anthony Couch in my yellow £2 shirt with the 70s colours, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Of course, you know the true couch potatoes tell me when they've watched to the end of the videos. I'm going to see how many of you do that. Thank you very much.